Rich Tarani here in the TMC newsroom at our TMC headquarters in Norwalk, Connecticut. Thanks for watching. On our program today is Vincenzo Clemente. He's the president and CEO of Cross River Fiber. Welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I thought we'd start at the top. Tell me a little bit about your organization, what you guys do.
Yeah, sure. Cross River Fiber is a New Jersey-based dark fiber CLEC. We are approved by the Board of Public Utilities to provide interconnection commercially fiber optic services to businesses. We're a niche boutique dark fiber company. We've been doing this a little over a year now in New Jersey. And our verticals are healthcare, education, government, and the financials. It's a remarkable business as there's a need still for bandwidth connectivity in Jersey. There's density, but there's still pockets that need to be fulfilled with connectivity. And as a niche player, we go in and fill those voids. We've been doing it, as I said, a little over a year now, and we got quite an extensive network built out, and we anticipate building probably a new couple hundred miles over the next 24 months.
So in those regions that you're going into, is there any competition, or is it just a few competitors that are very high priced and you're coming in with a more reasonable price or a similar price? Or?
I think there's always competition. I look at ourselves as a builder. There's guys who build big real estate plays, and we build real estate too. It's fiber optic networks, but it's not always about price. It's about customization. And in our case, we pride ourselves on being able to go to an end user and saying, what exactly is it that you're looking for? Show us how you want to get from A to Z. Is it because you want diversity? Do you need scalability? Do you need something a little bit faster than the other guy? And that's where we offer up our services, and that's how we play into the field. There is competition. There's probably a good handful of guys that do the same thing we do. But again, I think we offer our service a little bit differently than those guys may do.
So when you say that, okay, so I was going to ask you about differentiation because, you always wonder, it's fiber, and, what's the difference between going with your company as opposed to another company? So why would so I'm a potential customer out there, and I'm in New Jersey or the tri-state area, and I want to work with you, and I want to know how you differentiate your company. What would you tell them?
I would say, we don't have a lot of red tape. I say we're a small organization. We're grown in New Jersey. There's a lot of municipalities, and we've become intimate with all those municipalities to get approvals to build in those townships. And our time to market is much more attractive typically because we build quicker. A lot of what we do is planning. 90% of what we do is planning. 10% is actually building it, execution. We plan ahead of the curve. We anticipate what's going to be out there, what's speculative for the market. We go ahead and design networks without having orders. And in doing so, we get ahead of the curve by 3, 4, 5 months. And then when it comes time to executing our plan, because we have an order or a sale, that part's the easy part in my mind.
So then when you're in negotiations, you start looking at the ways of getting that network built?
I think prior to negotiations, I think we kind of look at where others are today. We kind of position ourselves to look at where other networks may be today. We look at where enterprise businesses are today, and we send out groups to analyze and engineer where fiber should be. And we do that ahead of the curve, ahead of where others are. And then that gives us an advantage in time to market. So then we basically believe we have a right to be in those spots because we secure those rights of ways. And then we forward sell. We go out and we start selling the services, and we're ahead of the curve again 3, 4, 5 months.
And you generally have a sense, too, if those customers are receptive because you're talking to them out there, right? And
we've been talking to them. We've been talking to them prior to, and we're ongoingly, we're always talking to these customers. Okay. So it's, they're pretty receptive. So
going forward, what sorts of things can we expect from your organization?
Yeah, so, growth, just growth. Building more network. We anticipate building more network over the next 24, 36 months, hundreds of miles throughout the state of New Jersey. And that's really it, picking up more customers, servicing those verticals I mentioned earlier, and just being the niche player that we are.
Any plans to go to any other?
Not at this time.
Any other states?
Not at this time. Yeah, we get asked that a lot. I think again, there's a lot of needs to be filled in Jersey, and I think we have enough orders to take care of those.
Oh, it's a huge state. If you ever drove from Connecticut to Florida, you know that
Yeah.
New Jersey seems to be the state that never seems
There-
to end.
There's a lot of density. I say it all the time. You can get from the top to the bottom within 3 hours, but the density is remarkable.
Excellent. Well, thanks for being on the
Thanks.
program today. This was
Appreciate
great.
it. Thank you.